Episode 4, Slumber Party. The Return of the Queen, aka I Heart Felicia Day. I freaking love Felicia Day. I freaking love her, and I really love Charlie, and oh my god, I'm so happy Charlie came back, and I really hope they write her into another episode soon, because she's just awesome. So this was a really different episode, about Oz, and it's basically saying that Oz is real, and Dorothy is real, and the whole Wizard of Oz thing is real. And I think it's a really interesting idea that they came into this, and how they made it real, and how they worked with it, and said that Dorothy's father was a man of letters or a hunter, and Charlie getting to go into the land that she's dreamed of since she was a kid, and Charlie dying. This isn't fun. Stop killing people, please. So it was just, I'm sorry, I can't form words right now. I can't even say words, I just said verbs. But basically, I just really loved this episode so much. I watched it when I was in half term, so I just got up and I was cuddling in my duvet and I was watching it. It was so cute, and Charlie's just adorable, and I always love the episodes of Charlie, and she's only been in like 4 episodes now, so I'm really hoping that she'll have more episodes and that they don't kill her off. Do not. You've already done it once, Supernatural Rise. Do not do it again. But yeah, basically, it's just really interesting and awesome, and Crowley is a sassy bitch. Yeah, I'm really bad at summaries, so I'm really sorry. Highlights. Where do I begin? The whole idea was a highlight. Like, the whole thing with Oz and Oz being real, like I said, Dorothy, and how they really worked with the books, and how, like, Dorothy commented on what did and didn't happen in the books in real life, and it was just, I love the way how they did it, and I love how Charlie's in it. Charlie is another highlight. Charlie is always a highlight. She's just perfect, and Crowley just generally being a sassy bitch, and I really have to point out this last point. This ties in with one of the low points, but when Sam said, "My pretty," that is just, come on, guys. You're trying to kill me here. I mean, seriously, this is just funny. This episode. I'm really sorry, guys. I just can't find fault with anything because I'm so biased. My final highlight is the end. How Charlie got to go off to Oz and be sort of a hunter like she wanted to be, because she kept saying to Sam and Dean how she'd been hunting, not big cases but small cases, but and then Dean was really worried about her, but then he let her go. I've remembered another highlight. Baby has a place to sleep now. That is all. Okay, the lowlights, I do have a reasonably big one, just the whole thing about the possession, where the Wicked Witch possessed Sam and Dean. Although, yeah, it was just kind of a bit weird. I didn't really get it. I don't know, it was just a bit OTT. I mean, like I said, like, it was hilarious when Sam was saying "my pretty," but it was still a bit overdone, so it was too funny to be serious. But that said, like, apart from that, it was all good. Except my other lowlight, which, if you hadn't guessed already, is Charlie dying. And I was very distressed at this point when Charlie jumped in front of Dean and got the hit and then was dead. But it was really nice to see how much Dean cared about her and was begging Ezekiel to heal her. And in a way, I kind of liked how Ezekiel was like, dude, I can't keep healing people. I mean, come on, do you want me to heal your brother or not? I thought that was a a good part to put in, because obviously otherwise it's just going to be, every episode is just going to be, oh, Ezekiel, we got another injury over here, can you please go and heal? Yeah, thanks, buddy. And you know, there is a time when it's like, okay, it's enough. So I think it's going to be important that they keep saying that and making sure that they don't just keep going, oh, Ezekiel's going to save the day again. And I mean, come on, so at some point Sam is going to end up being like, dude, what the hell is going on? Are you some kind of superhero now? So yeah, basically that was, I kind of started talking about sort of highlights in my lowlights, but never mind. Did I cry? Yeah, I did. I cried twice, in fact. The first time was when Charlie died, just because it was such a shock, because I wasn't expecting it, to be honest. I mean, she did almost die in the last episode she was in, Pac-Man Fever, but I don't know, I just had this thing, and I was like, well, they're not going to kill Charlie. They can't kill Charlie. But they did. But then, as Dorothy said, you're not a real hunter without dying and coming back. But yeah, I credit that because I was like, no, you can't kill Charlie. Even though I knew, it's like they're not going to kill her off forever, because I really highly doubt that. Unless they want to be really unpopular, because Charlie is a really popular character now. But the second time was just the end, and I really I'm not really sure why I was crying. It was just all the stuff about No Place Like Home, and Charlie was saying goodbye to Sam and Dean, and it was just, I don't know, there was something about it, and it obviously just sparked something in me, and I started crying, and I don't know, I wasn't hysterical, but I was just a bit like, for a little bit, and I think when I was doing that, I was like, why am I even crying? I don't actually know. Yeah, I just do that sometimes. So yeah, it's a really awesome episode, and yes, I did cry. But I wouldn't say it's cry-worthy. I wouldn't say that, watch out, you're going to cry about this, because I think that was just sort of me being a bit over-emotional. Star rating, I gave it a 4 out of 5, just because of the whole possession thing I was talking about, how it was a bit weird. It wasn't particularly bad, and I'm not saying that really completely ruins it. I mean, I absolutely loved it. I just didn't feel like it was a complete 5 out of 5. Yeah. I forgot star rating. I mean star of the show. I have too many things that start with star. Okay, so I said the star of the show was Felicia Day. Because, well, she was the one that really stood out, in honesty, I mean. Yeah, I just thought she was really good, as usual. And she's always slight comic relief, because she's always really sort of sarcastic and sassy about things, rather than, all serious. Yeah, I just really like Felicia Day as well. And if you haven't already, I really recommend you watch Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. Felicia Day is in that, along with Neil Patrick Harris, and it's awesome. So go look it up on YouTube or something. It's really good, and yeah.